Hello everyone, I'm Dave Weather, meteorologist on Day with your Public Lands Council weekly weather update for this Saturday, the 6th day of August, 2022. It's being brought to you by Ag Risk Advisors and WSR Insurance Services Incorporated. Well, here we are getting deeper into the second week of August now, and this is what we're watching for you across the West. There's going to be some weekend rains across parts of Idaho, Wyoming, parts of Montana, in the Dakotas, parts of Colorado, Utah, into California, Nevada, down in Arizona, parts of New Mexico, as monsoon moisture and a cool front will come together for some cooler weather. It is going to be cooler early in this forecast period. So basically this weekend and into Monday, the western United States will enjoy some cooler temperature readings, along with some of you, not all of you, but some of you getting some rain. Now, we do expect to heat right back up again, though. Temperatures are going to warm up again as we get into the middle to the end of next week. What we're going to see during the month of August is some ups and downs. We're going to have these hot periods followed by these cool fronts. We've had a couple of cool fronts lately. We'll have this one this weekend. We'll probably have another one next weekend. So yeah, we're going to still have some heat, but the edge will be taken off of the heat by these fronts and occasional surges of monsoon moisture, which will continue to move in and out, off and on, keeping some scattered shower and thunderstorm activity going. Now, we are going to get some rain this weekend in some of the central and northern Rockies that have been missing out lately, and that'll be good news, but certainly we need a lot more in many other areas. You can really see that on the drought monitor. Looks about the same that what we showed you last week. The only improvements in the drought monitor is where the monsoon thunderstorms have been down across southern Colorado, parts of the southwestern United States, but also in some areas where the drought conditions have been worsening. They did get some rain. You can see parts of the Corn Belt here in the yellow, seeing conditions drying out as well in central areas of Wyoming. Hopefully those areas I just circled are going to get some better chances of rain. And you can see where the rain has fallen in the last week. It's really been directed into the southern areas here, stretching out across parts of the southern areas of the Corn Belt into the Ohio, Mississippi Valley areas, while you can see this pretty big dry hole here in the Pacific Northwest, Northern Plains, and the Northern Rockies with really very little rainfall. But the areas that continue to get rain, Arizona, New Mexico, and southern Colorado, as well as even into the deserts of California and Nevada, getting into the rain, and they're going to see some more this weekend. If you look at the precipitation anomaly, there's more brown than there is green and blue. But if you're in those green or blue areas, you've benefited from these monsoonal thunderstorms. Temperature-wise, if you've been thinking it's been a hot last 2 months, this is true. Since June 1st, these are the temperature anomalies based on the 30-year averages. So you can see the hottest temperatures relative to the 30-year averages, definitely in the middle part of the country with some pockets of heat out in the west. Now, it has not been as hot relative to average underneath those monsoon thunderstorms and clouds out of Mexico and across the Four Corners region and the western slope of Colorado and eastern Utah. And if you were to look at where we've been since the first of the year, pretty interesting, really. Yeah, we've had a lot of summer heat and we'll have more. But if you were to look at temperatures relative to average since January 1st, it doesn't look nearly as hot, at least relative to average. In fact, it's kind of basically a dead-on heat between below average temperatures up in the northern areas, above average temperatures in the southern areas. If you average everything out, it's very close to average over the 30-year normals since January 1st, but obviously this heat taking its toll this summer, and there are more hot days coming before the month of August is over. This is where we are this weekend. We've got this trough moving across Montana, this green arrow here representing monsoonal moisture still coming on in, the blue arrow showing that cooler area that's coming in behind that low for this weekend and early next week. So across Montana, the Dakotas, Wyoming, Idaho, then eventually into Colorado and parts of Nebraska and Kansas, you're going to notice temperatures, especially by Sunday, that are going to be quite a bit cooler. But it's temporary, as temperatures are going to warm right back up again. But these are temperatures here for the beginning of the forecast period. This is for the end of this weekend. This is for Sunday afternoon, and you can see a lot of green and blue there where the frontal boundary sets up right here across the nation's midsection. So there will be a bit of a break from the heat, although it's transient, because by next weekend, high pressure shifts east. We still have that green arrow showing the monsoon moisture flow. So it's going to warm up again. But this guy right here is likely going to be a frontal system coming in later in the weekend and shortly thereafter that'll bring that next round of cooler weather and a better chance of showers and thunderstorms. You can see over the next 7 days, the shifting is more north of the heavier rain right here, getting further north along and north of I-80 and into parts of the northern and northwest Corn Belt. While this area underneath that high pressure ridge is going to be drier. But notice back across California, Nevada, into Arizona, then into New Mexico and Colorado, parts of western Nebraska, parts of Wyoming. Well, the moisture getting a little bit further north now in this pattern, and I think that'll be the case for another week to 10 days. Even though we've got this cooler weather coming early in the forecast period, temperatures relative to average are still going to be warmer than normal for another week ahead, but do expect some ups and downs. Our next weekend update will be the 13th. Have a good week ahead.